Father, in the quiet stillness of this morning, I come before you with open hands and an open heart, whispering a simple but desperate prayer. Break my routine, Lord. Awaken my soul again. I am tired of living on autopilot, tired of moving through the motions of life without tasting the sweetness of your presence. I have let busyness become my master, letting schedules and habits shape my days instead of your spirit. Forgive me, Lord, for building altars to my own comfort and routine, when you call me to lay my life down on the altar of living sacrifice. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, you said in Romans 12:2. So I ask you now, break through the walls I have built and breathe fresh life into the places of my heart that have grown cold. Lord, I do not want to start another day chasing after temporary things. I do not want to wake up only to fall, back asleep spiritually, lulled by distractions and noise. I want to be fully awake in you. Awake, O sleeper, and arise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you, you declare in Ephesians 5:14. Wake me up, Lord. Shake me if you must. Disturb the comfort that deadens my hunger for you. Stir a holy dissatisfaction in me that refuses to settle for anything less than your fullness. Too often I have clung to the familiar, to the safe patterns I know, while your voice calls me into deeper waters. I hear you even now whispering like you once did to Peter on the shore, saying to come. And I confess, Lord, that fear has sometimes kept me from stepping out of the boat. But I do not want to be a prisoner of fear any longer. I want to walk by faith, not by sight. So 2 Corinthians 5:7. I want to see the impossible become possible in my life because you are with me. Break the chains of fear that bind me to old ways. Teach me how to live each day wide awake to your spirit, sensitive to your voice, courageous enough to follow wherever you lead. You are the God of new beginnings. You are the one who makes all things new. Revelation 21:5. And I believe that even today, even now, you can do a new thing in me. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? You said in Isaiah 43:19, I want to perceive it, Lord. Open my eyes, open my heart, open my mind to recognize the newness you are birthing in me. Tear down the old structures of self-reliance, pride, and routine that have made me blind to your miracles. Replace them with a tender heart, a teachable spirit, and a childlike faith. I surrender my plans for today, my expectations, my carefully crafted to-do lists. They are dust compared to the treasures you want to give. They are crumbs compared to the feast you have prepared. I do not want to fill my life with tasks and miss the sacred moments you have ordained. I do not want to rush past the burning bushes, the still small whispers, the divine appointments. Help me, Lord, to walk slowly enough to see you. Help me to be still enough to hear you. Help me to be humble enough to obey you. Be still and know that I am God, you remind me in Psalm 46:10. Teach me to live that stillness today. Lord, I ask not just for a change of circumstances, but a change of heart. Not just a fresh schedule, but a fresh surrender. I want my life to burn with the fire of your love, not merely smolder with the embers of yesterday's passion. Fan into flame the gift of God that is in me, 2 Timothy 1:6. Rekindle the dreams you planted in my soul long ago. Reawaken the callings I have buried under the rubble of routine. Remind me who I am in you. Remind me whose I am. I am not a servant of schedules. I am a child of the King. I am not a slave to repetition. I am an heir of the promises. I am not a prisoner of yesterday. I am a citizen of heaven. Father, I long for more of you. I long to know you, not just know about you. I long to encounter you fresh, like Moses encountered you in the burning bush, like Elijah encountered you in the whisper, like Mary encountered you in the garden. I need an encounter that changes me, that marks me, that sets my feet on a new path. I need an encounter that leaves no room for apathy, no space for compromise. I need your spirit to awaken my spirit, your breath to revive my dry bones. Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe on these slain, that they may live. You spoke in Ezekiel 37:9. Breathe on me, Lord. Breathe life into my soul again. I admit it, Lord. It is easy to drift. It is easy to become numb. It is easy to mistake routine for faithfulness, busyness for fruitfulness, ritual for relationship. But you are not fooled by my motions. You see my heart. You know when my lips move, but my heart is far away. You warned against this when you said, "This people honors me with their lips, but their heart is far from me." Matthew 15:8. I do not want to live a life that looks good on the outside, but is hollow within. I want my heart to beat in rhythm with yours. I want my soul to be ablaze with passion for you. So I say it again, Lord. Break my routine. Shatter the comfortable cages I have built around my spirit. Rip open the seams of my carefully woven life if it keeps me from your best. Remove anything that numbs my soul or dulls my hunger for you. Do whatever you must, Lord, to awaken me. I trust you. Even when the breaking feels painful, even when the stretching feels uncomfortable, even when the shaking feels disorienting, I trust you, because I know you break only to heal, you uproot only to plant, you tear down only to build up something stronger, something truer, something more beautiful than before. And even now, as I pray, I sense the stirring. I sense your spirit hovering over the waters of my heart, ready to speak life once again. I sense your presence inviting me deeper, calling me higher, urging me onward. I hear the echoes of your promise in Jeremiah 29:13. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. And so I seek you now, Lord, with all that I am. I seek you in my weakness. I seek you in my longing. I seek you in my brokenness. I seek you because nothing else satisfies, nothing else saves, nothing else awakens but you. Lord, you are the author of every sunrise, the composer of every new beginning, the one who paints fresh mercy across every sky. And so this morning, I lift my eyes not to the monotony of yesterday, but to the possibility of today. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. You remind me in Lamentations 3:22-23. I cling to that truth. I breathe it in. I let it seep into the dry and cracked places of my soul. Your mercy is new today, not recycled from yesterday, not a leftover portion, but fresh and abundant, poured out over me like rain on parched ground. Father, awaken me to the miracles hidden in the mundane. Awaken me to the sacredness woven into the ordinary. Awaken me to the glory that sings from every corner of creation, if only I have eyes to see and ears to hear. I do not want to miss the burning bushes that flicker unnoticed beside the well-worn paths of my life. I do not want to miss the angels unaware, Hebrews 13:2, that brush shoulders with me in everyday moments. Teach me to live alert. Teach me to live watchful. Teach me to expect the divine in the details. My soul hungers for more than comfort, more than predictability, more than the familiar patterns that promise safety, but rob me of wonder. I hunger for the bread of heaven, for the living water that satisfies thirsts deeper than words can reach. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. You promised in Matthew 5:6. Make me that kind of blessed, Lord. Make me that kind of hungry. Strip away the layers of cynicism, the crusts of doubt, the walls of self-sufficiency that have dulled my appetite for you. Lord, break my daily rhythm if it has become a song without music, a prayer without heart, a journey without direction. Break my traditions if they have become prisons. Break my habits if they have become hollow. Break my comfort zones if they have become cages. I want to be free in you. It is for freedom that Christ has set us free, Paul proclaimed in Galatians 5:1. I do not want to be entangled again by any yoke of bondage, even if that bondage wears the disguise of routine. I want to soar with you, carried by the winds of your spirit to places I have never dreamed. Take me back to the wonder I had when I first met you, Lord. Take me back to the wide-eyed awe, the trembling joy, the heart-racing love that made me see the world differently. I remember what it was like to wake up every day eager to hear your voice, eager to see your hand at work, eager to step into the adventure of walking with you. I remember the songs that poured out without effort, the prayers that tumbled from my lips like rivers. Return to me the joy of my salvation, as David cried out in Psalm 51:12. Restore to me the dance of my spirit. But I know, Lord, that restoration often begins with breaking. I know that awakening often begins with disruption. I know that resurrection only comes after death. So I lay myself down willingly. I surrender my routines on the altar. I place my habits, my patterns, my schedules, even my comforts into your hands. Mold them, shape them, change them, discard them if necessary. I trust you to lead me through the breaking into a beauty I cannot yet imagine. I hear your whisper, gentle yet relentless. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in to him. Revelation 3:20. You are knocking at the door of my routine, my comfort, my control. I do not want to pretend not to hear. I do not want to muffle your voice with busyness. I want to throw open the door wide and invite you in to rearrange my life however you choose. Rearrange my mornings, my thoughts, my priorities, my dreams. Rearrange the furniture of my soul until there is more room for you and less room for everything else. Father, I invite you into my ordinary. Walk with me into the kitchen, the office, the classroom, the marketplace. Whisper to me in the noise. Sing over me in the chaos. Teach me to carry your presence into every task, every conversation, every decision. I do not want to separate the sacred from the secular. I want every moment to be touched by your glory. Whether I eat or drink or whatever I do, I want to do it all for the glory of God, 1 Corinthians 10:31. Remind me, Lord, that awakening is not just for mountaintop moments, not just for Sunday mornings, not just for prayer retreats. Awakening is for Monday mornings, and laundry folding and traffic jams and emails. Awakening is for arguments with loved ones and silent rides home, and the moments when I feel unseen and ordinary. You are the God of all moments, the Lord of all time. There is no part of my day you cannot infuse with resurrection life if I only let you. Teach me to listen to your spirit in the small things. Teach me to recognize the nudge to speak a kind word, the tug to pause and pray, the stirring to step out in faith even when it feels inconvenient. Your word says in Isaiah 30:21, and your ears shall hear a word behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it, when you turn to the right or when you turn to the left. I want to hear that voice. I want to walk in that way. Make me sensitive. Lord, make me obedient even when I do not understand. Make me willing even when it costs me comfort. Father, I know that real awakening is not a burst of emotion, but a steady flame. It is not just a moment of inspiration, but a lifetime of transformation. It is not just a feeling, but a new way of living. So I ask for the perseverance to keep seeking you when it feels dry, the courage to keep trusting you when it feels uncertain, the faith to keep following you when it feels costly. I do not want a flash of fire that burns out quickly. I want a soul that burns steadily, faithfully, fiercely until the day I see you face to face. You are worthy of that kind of devotion, Lord. You are worthy of a life lived wide awake to your presence. You are worthy of my mornings, my evenings, my in-betweens. You are worthy of my routine being shattered if it means I get more of you. You are worthy of everything. So here I am, Lord. With trembling hands and a willing heart, I surrender again. I say yes to your awakening. I say yes to the unknown roads you might lead me on. I say yes to the stretching, the breaking, the rebuilding. I say yes to the kind of life that cannot be explained apart from your power. I say yes to the miracle of new beginnings, morning after morning, breath after breath. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me, cried David in Psalm 51:10. And it is the same cry rising from my soul now. Wash me clean of stale habits. Purge me of lukewarm living. Renew the spirit within me until it blazes with the fire of your holiness. Father, I know the world will still try to lull me back to sleep. I know the enemy will whisper lies of comfort and ease. I know that my own flesh will long for the predictable, the controllable, the safe. But I set my face like flint, Isaiah 57, determined to pursue you, to chase after the life you have called me into, even when it costs me familiarity. I will not bow to the gods of convenience. I will not settle for a life of mediocrity when you have called me to be more than a conqueror through him who loved me, Romans 8:37. I will not exchange intimacy with you for the temporary applause of the world. Wake me up again tomorrow, Lord, and the next day and the next. Let this morning's prayer not be a one-time cry, but a daily anthem of my soul. Let me wake up every day with the same burning need for you, the same holy dissatisfaction with the status quo, Let me seek you in every breath, in every step, in every heartbeat. Let me live with the urgency of one who knows that time is short, that eternity is real, that the kingdom is at hand. Teach us to number our days that we may get a heart of wisdom, the psalmist prayed in Psalm 90:12. Teach me, Lord, to live like every moment matters, because it does. I do not want to drift into tomorrow unchanged. I do not want to survive another year only to realize I have missed the life you were offering me all along. I do not want to be like the foolish virgins in Matthew 25, caught without oil in my lamp when the bridegroom comes. Fill my lamp, Lord. Keep my flame burning. Keep me awake. Keep me alert. Keep me longing for you more than anything else this world can offer. When the distractions come, and they will come, remind me to lift my eyes. When the pressures build, and they will build, remind me to kneel. When the noise rises, and it will rise, remind me to listen for your still small voice. When my heart grows weary, and it will grow weary, remind me that you are my strength, that those who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength, shall mount up with wings like eagles, shall run and not be weary, shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40:31. Father, I thank you that awakening is not something I have to manufacture. It is not something I have to force. It is your gift, your work, your spirit moving within me. It is you who draws me, who stirs me, who revives me. For it is God who works in you, both to will and to work for his good pleasure. You remind me in Philippians 2:13. I lean on that promise now. I trust that even when I feel weak, even when I feel numb, even when I stumble, you are still at work. You are still awakening. You are still breathing life into dry bones. And even if the world around me stays asleep, I will stay awake. Even if those closest to me do not understand the fire burning within me, I will not let it die. Even if it costs me friendships, comfort, acceptance, I will pursue you with everything I have. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back, no turning back. Break my routine, Lord, again and again if you must. Shatter the illusions I cling to. Tear down the idols I build. Disrupt the patterns that keep me from radical obedience. Do whatever it takes to keep my soul awake to you. I do not want to be a sleepy Christian, a half-hearted believer, a nominal follower. I want to burn. I want to blaze. I want my life to be a torch that lights the way for others to find you. Make me dangerous to the darkness, Lord. Make me a threat to complacency. Make me a living testimony that resurrection power is real and available today. Let my story be a story of awakening, not once, not twice, but daily, a continual dying to myself and rising again in you. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me, Paul proclaimed in Galatians 2:20. Let that be true of me in every thought, every word, every action. When the seasons shift and the days grow heavy, teach me to press in deeper. When the wilderness feels long and the road feels lonely, remind me that you are the God who never sleeps nor slumbers, Psalm 121:4. You are the God who watches over me, who carries me, who sings over me with gladness, Zephaniah 3:17. Your love is my anchor, your presence is my portion, your spirit is my guide. I have everything I need in you, so here this morning, this sacred beginning, I choose again. I choose awakening. I choose surrender. I choose the narrow road, the costly obedience, the breathtaking adventure of life fully alive in you. I choose to believe that even now, even in my weakness, even with all my doubts and fears, you are doing a new thing. I choose to lift my eyes and see the fields white for harvest. I choose to live not just with hope for heaven someday, but with passion for your kingdom now. Father, break my routine, awaken my soul again, and again, and again, until the day I no longer need to pray this prayer. Until the day I see you face to face and the deepest longing of my soul is finally and forever satisfied. Until then, Lord, keep me awake.